Alright, in this video we're going to look at an overview of the Reddy export management tool. So first off, thank you to Watson Ice for letting us use their system to look at this tool for this training video. It's very helpful. If you're using the Reddy export management system, it's going to be located under File. We'll come down to Manage Exports and choose Reddy Export. And it opens this other window, and sometimes your system will automatically sync. Other times it will ask you if you would like to run a sync or not. In this case, it ran this morning at 2 a.m. So I'm just going to click no for this particular training video, but usually you'll just say yes. It's always good to let it sync up. And then at this point, you're defaulting to the Reddy Customers tab. You have all these tabs across here, and we'll go over really quickly each one. But if you have any questions, you're certainly welcome to call the routeman team, and we'll go over it with you. In this customer tab, you have up here, there's 164 customers that are mapped between this database and Reddy's list of customers. Okay. Down here on the left hand side, you have 3 customers that are in this database that are in the Reddy export group. So routeman is looking to map them up. That's why they're on this left hand side. And there are 12 customers that Reddy has put on their side of the database, and these are not linked up. Okay, and this is fairly common. You want to link up and match up all of the customers so that you're servicing all of them, and you're also sending the invoices for them and getting paid for them. So if you have any customers on the left hand side, these are customers that someone in your company for some reason has put them in the Reddy export group, and you're waiting for Reddy to add a customer to match up. If you look here and they're the same, like in this particular case, I'm looking at the first line right here, they're the same, you can actually highlight them both and hit the green arrow, and you see how it says in the bubble, click here to map the selected customers. If I click on this, it matches them up and adds them to the 164 up here that are mapped correctly. Okay. If the customer has been put on the right hand side on the Reddy list and does not exist already in routeman, you don't have to go create a new customer for that person. You can just click the new button right here, and routeman will take the information that Reddy already has on that customer and create a duplicate on your side to map them up to. So that actually saves you some time and effort. Okay, but ideally when you log in, you would love to see that there are no customers on either the left or the right, and that would mean that everyone is mapped up the way that they should be. Okay, moving across the top, you have your Reddy Products tab. These are the products that you are delivering for Reddy. Any other products that you deliver to Reddy customers that are on the Reddy invoices are going to cause a problem because the products have to be matched up correctly. Okay. The next tab across the top is Reddy Customer Prices. And so if you look at yours, they should all match between the price column and the routeman price column. And let's see if there are any errors in this database. No, we're all good. If you're scrolling down and one of the lines is red, like this red down here, it says mismatch price, that would show that there's an error of some kind. But if you have the Reddy permissions turned on, their updates to prices, there are changes to prices, will automatically flow through to routeman, and routeman will change the price to follow what reddy is setting as the price. Okay. The next tab across the top is reddy customer PO numbers. Okay, so this is where you would have those listed. Drayage, some reddy partners use drayage and others do not, so your drayage information would be kept under this tab. Open invoice exports. The main thing you're looking for when you pull up the open invoice exports is errors. So in this column right here, actually the quick way to check is if we'll click on it twice, it'll pull any of the failed invoices to the top and it will list what the error is. So in this case, we have some invalid customers. Well, do you remember there was a customer that we saw that needed to be mapped up? And that's why this particular invoice hasn't exported yet. But if you look at it, it's just been, well, no, I was looking at the date process. That's when it failed. But the date submitted, it's been recent, but it should have been mapped up by now. Okay. And then one thing I'll point out, because it does cause some confusion, this box down here gives you details to whichever invoice you list or you highlight in the list up top. So I've had people call and ask questions about why there's only one showing down here. Well, it's whichever one you select, that's where the details are coming from. And then the last one is reddy pending invoices. So these are the invoices that have been made that are waiting to get exported out to reddy. Okay, and the green ones are going to export. The white ones should export as well. The red is what we're worried about. Okay, and typically when you look in this, you should see a lot of very recent dates. So today is the 28th. So this is showing the 27th and the 28th. Those are all very normal. The ones I would be concerned about are these up here. But again, we're looking at the same error, the same customer that needs to be mapped up, and we can get that fixed up and it'll export out as long as it's not past the date range that routeman looks back to export. So if you have some old errored invoices that aren't exporting correctly, you can check in your host settings and we can change that date range if needed. Normally it defaults to 30 days. So if you have any other questions about the reddy ICE export management tool, call the office, give us an email, and we'll be happy to help you.